Good morning, Jordan Coupe. How are you?
Good, my friend. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not bad. See you on your break.
Well, a rare one.
What job you on?
To be fair, it's just like a little day job today. Just paint one wall, paint one ceiling, and paper a wall. Nice steady little day. To be fair, nice
Yeah.
steady day.
And whereabouts are you in the UK? Where are you based?
I'm in Chesterfield, so Derbyshire,
Okay. And you
so
got
East Midlands.
plenty of work on, Jordan?
Yeah, too much.
That's good.
But the thing is because like I said then, I'm not a jealous decorator. I'll help any decorators in my area if they need help. And I met a lad last year, very good decorator, gets loads of work, and we're kind of marrying in together a little bit. I help him on his jobs, he helps me on my jobs, because it's hard to find people you can trust, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Have you joined the WhatsApp county groups?
Yes, yeah, I have actually, the East
Yeah.
Midlands one, yeah.
Like that's the idea behind it all because like you see people like in the Facebook group, people say, "Oh, anybody got any availability?" or "I'm struggling for work." And
Yeah,
that was always my frustration with Facebook. It's like can't connect people. And I tried WhatsApp regional, but then that's too vast. So I was like, right, I made up all the county groups, and I think we get nearly 400 people in there now. And it's just like
yeah,
just makes sense to, like you say, collaborate with other decorators. They might have
yeah.
skills which you haven't got. Uh, do you know what I mean? And just try and help each other out.
No, that's what I believe in, because I say I ain't got no ego. I don't believe any ego. You're either good or you're not good. You give your clients what you want to do. Like one of my mates, he's not good, but I don't say, "Oh, mate, your work's crap." I say, "Look, what you should do next time is sharpen it up a little bit, do this, do that," and
Yeah,
he's coming a long way by just listening.
yeah.
It's
I think
about teamwork.
also as well, you get some posts in Brush Wizards are like people like, "Oh, how can you do it so quick?" or whatever. But you also don't know clients' expectations. So that client might have
Yeah,
a really poor budget or, and, there's nothing wrong in sort of smashing a job out quick if that's what their budget is. Do you know what I mean? You can
yeah,
sort of change a little bit as to how you work. It don't necessarily mean everybody works like it, but you can't criticize because you don't know people's circumstances.
yeah. No, exactly. That's why I always say to people when I price up, "What standards do you want? I can give you a wow standard, give you a quick get in paint standard, which." Because, like you say, you give them the high standards and they just go, "Whoa, how much?" And you're like, "I'm not expensive. I think I'm a very fair decorator for the prices I give."
Yeah.
There's people more expensive than me, and I've seen their work, and it's like, mm,
Yeah, I don't think there's any harm in sort of setting expectations and sort of saying what sort of work do you want. And of course, you'd always do your best to your capability, but you
yeah,
can adjust it if you want. But like, I was just saying to you, I'm on a job doing hand painted kitchens. You can't rush it. There's no way
no.
you can do that cheap. It's just boring. It takes a long time, but they got to pay for it.
No, what makes me laugh, like I say, but the one I probably struggle with the most is full houses, pricing full houses.
Mm,
Because you give them a price and they're like, "Poof, how much?" And it's like, you've just had a bathroom. You used to pay nearly 10 grand for a bathroom. You used to
yeah,
pay nearly 30 grand for a kitchen, but you don't want your house looking wow. I
yeah,
don't get it. It's like, that's the hardest one around in this area is finding the right client.
yes. What about I was just going back to that. I'd be the same, like, years gone by, I'd sort of break it all down per room, add it all up, and even me, I'd be like, "Oh, shit, that's a lot of money," but over the years, I was just like, "That is what it is, that's what it costs,"
Yeah, I've literally
and
started doing that.
yeah, you just gotta be like, "It does that's what it costs." If you just do those rooms individually, I know you can get on a run and work on a couple of rooms, but, when you've got a whole house, you've got to commit to that client. You can't
Yeah,
be doing it cheap because you're letting other potential clients down because 'cause you're stuck there
yeah,
for weeks on end. So it's like that the price is the price, and one of the ones I used to hate was like multiple trades in, and you do a room and then you go back and they've got their crap in the room. You got they're the worst jobs ever, honestly.
Yeah. See, with full houses with me now, I tend to kind of say is like, why don't we split it? Do the top or your bottom first, whichever way you want me to do it. So
Yeah,
then I price, so it doesn't look too much of a high price then, because you've split it.
yeah,
I found that a lot more better than trying to give someone a price and they go, oh, wow, I didn't expect that. I'm like, yeah, but I will make it look amazing for you. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, look at my work's good. Well, there's people better than me, there's people worse than me. And that,
yeah,
but with me, you get what you get.
yeah, yeah. I've had that before. My brother's a builder, and like you say, they'd spend tens of thousands on an extension, and then I'd come in with a price. They're like, "Oh, it's too much money," and
Yeah.
my brother would say, "Look, they do it themselves, and they spent all that money, and it looks like utter crap," because
Yeah,
we do make everything look brilliant. We tie it all in, don't we?
exactly. Well, like I said, the lad who I'm going with, he's on a job at the minute. The bloke's very good developer around here. This woman's paid like 760 grand for this refurb,
Yeah,
and he's got cheap painters in, and oh, but honestly, mate, put it this way, it's cost them 16 grand to sort it out.
wow, it's
It's
insane, isn't it?
yeah, but then he's moaning at this decorator now because of his prices. I'm like, yeah, but look what we're doing.
Yeah,
Look at that standard compared to what you got in.
yeah,
So you can't, why moan at somebody that's making your work look amazing? I just
no,
don't get that.
you just can't. As much as we say, some people got budgets and you can try and work to it, but to
Yeah,
get a proper job, you can't cut corners, can you?
no.
It's impossible. If you want it looking bang on, it's got to be, people have got to pay the money. And I think the problem is people just, it's like electricians or plumbers, you can't change a light fitting or you can't change pipes. People have to pay for that. Whereas I think some people, they have a go, don't they? They have a go at decorating. Um,
If you can piss,
I
you
think
can paint.
Yeah, that was fun, yeah. I still
But
wanna get
like
those
I always say, well, can you decorate?
I still wanna get those T-shirts made up.
Yeah, like I say, it's all I always get. You can piss, you can paint. No, yeah, but can you decorate? That's why it says painting and decorating. It's two different categories. You are a decorator or you're a
Yeah,
painter. It's like say
yeah,
my house is only not even 2 year old yet, and I'm having trouble as a developer because the trays they've had in is absolute shocking.
yeah,
I I'm not bothered about decorating, but the skirt boards are the most cheapest skirt boards I've ever seen in my life. The walls I've got to reskin them. There's not one straight line, so I've got to do coving. It's just like very expensive house. It's like really, it's
yeah. I'll tell you what seems to be shocking, and again, only until I set up Brush Wizards, seeing plastering jobs. Like,
yeah,
plasterers have gotta be the only trade that get paid for doing a crap job. Like, how do they get away with it? Whether it's
yeah,
still looking wet or whatever, I don't know, and they go and they get paid. Oh my god, some of the jobs I've seen, like, in Brush Wizards, it's a nightmare, isn't it? It's a nightmare to get over when it's a bad
yeah.
plastering job.
But like I always say to a client, look, I don't mind sorting it if they don't want to sort it, but they have to pay for it. It's not coming out of
Yeah,
your pocket. It's not fair. You should pay for it. I shouldn't pay for it. It's
that's right.
their mess up. Like they should be here to give you some money back, but then that's it. Then boom, they get blocked or they don't hear from them. Then it's like they put you in that position. Then thinking I've got to put an extra couple of days on, but it's like I need to get paid for it. It's but
Yeah,
then that's when it break puts you in a very sticky situation with some clients, especially
yeah,
if they're on a budget, like you say, they're on a budget. That's even worse. I
yeah.
hate them jobs. That's why
Well,
sometimes now when I price it, if it's not been plastered yet, I would say, look, this price is for me to fix the plaster. If it don't need any fixing, I'll just knock the money down. I've started doing that now.
yeah. Always say, yeah, it's a pain in the arse. Probably right. You're probably doing it the right way, but it's like you could do a price based on brilliant plastering, but then you've got to go back and
Yeah,
check before you start, and that's hassle, isn't it?
exactly. But no,
Yeah.
you're right, because like you say, they don't know till it's dry and someone walks in and go, where's all your corners? Where's all your skirting boards? Like, what's that? Where's this? Oh, I didn't see all that. I can see it from
Yeah.
a mile off. I'm not even painted it yet.
Yeah. Yeah. My brother used to say to me, like he'd do extensions. He said, "Oh, everything's new, it's all fresh, and like it's an easy job." But I never found those easy jobs because all the woodwork sort of got to be corked, knotted, filled. Depending on how good the workmen have been, they're never easy jobs. I don't think there's the kind of new builds or the new extensions, unless you've had really brilliant trades in, which is very rare.
Yeah,
I find those the most time consuming, and you could put a price in, but you need to look at it once it's done, and see if it's
yeah.
any alterations. So where you live, do you try and work in certain pockets or certain areas where it's more affluent, or do you just see where,
So
take,
I've been going now 8 year. This year is 8 year. This year.
okay. So you work
I
for someone
started off.
before?
Oh well, when I was in apprenticeship years, but then I come out of decorating for a bit, and I was actually a scaffolder for a bit, and then I was working in London, and I got to a point where I was like, I'm sick of working outside, but I didn't have a license. So when I moved back down here, I was like, I really want to get back into decorating. I really want to do it, and I passed my test, and then within about 4 weeks, I set my business up, and then £100 tools, and then just a car, driving around doing little jobs.
Yeah.
And it took me about 6 months before I quit my other job and took it on full time. So I don't mind traveling, don't mind doing if the price is right. It's, I mean, I do little jobs for little companies. I do, but anyone that rings me, I'll do it. I'm
Yeah.
not really fussing what jobs to do, to be fair.
Do you have you got connections? Like you seem like a bit of a networker. Because like you say, you work with other decorators. Do you know lots of like plasterers and chippies, and do they recommend you
Yeah.
like that?
So my aim is, in 5 year time, I want to be able to develop my own properties. So I was doing it for clients, renovating houses, not just decorating, renovating. So like I say, I know good plumbers now, good plasterers, know everybody. So that's my aim in 5 years, is I want to go to the auction, bang, buy one, renovate it myself.
Yeah.
I love my decorating. I do love it. But there's going to be a point in my life where I'm like, it's going to get probably too much for me, so I want to go into other things. Like I say, I know loads of decorators. I always say, they always go, Jordan, if you ever need us, give me a ring.
Mm.
Like I had last week, next week's job postponed for another couple of weeks. So I rang the decorator, and he was like, yeah, Jordan, I'll get you on some flats in Derby. Yeah, no worries. But then a woman messaged me, well, Jordan, can you do this front room? I'm like, when do you need it doing? She went, ASAP. So bang, I put that in next week instead. But it's better to have connections, I always think, instead of
Yeah.
sitting there worried. Because
If
that's
you
the
can
worst
get,
thing about being in the trading, it's worried.
it is worrying, and like we were saying about the county hubs I've set up, and with painters, they can connect with each other, and I
Yeah,
think that's what it's all about. The bigger your network, the more chance you got of keeping
yeah,
busy. Um, there's even like different sponsors of Brush Wizards have been reached out to me and said, painters, and I've got them jobs through sponsors. So it is definitely
that's
about
good.
who you know. Something I did years ago, I've always tried different bits and bobs, but always decorating. I done garage conversions. So I didn't
Oh,
do any of it, but I just managed it and just got the
yeah,
trades
yeah,
in
yeah.
to do the various parts. And that, in hindsight, I wish I'd continued with it because it was good money. I'd come in at the end, do all the decorating and stuff, but I just managed the trades. But I think the reason I quit is because I didn't have reliable trades, and then jobs would get delayed
Yeah,
and stuff like that. But it was super easy to do. I mean, garage conversions is like take the door off, brick up the front, put the window in, get a chip in,
yeah,
do all the false floors or whatever it is. But you sort of manage it, and you just cream a bit off everybody that comes in.
yeah. No, that's why I say this is why I think I get so busy. The best thing I ever did was get sober.
Right.
And now I'm sharp and I'm on it. Like I'll work 6 days, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
I I do overtime. I push myself a lot. I'm not gonna lie, and that's the hardest thing where people struggle. They can't maintain the business and the mental health properly.
Yeah.
With me, I just learn if it's going to be an extra day, it's going to be an extra day. If it's a couple hours tomorrow, it's a couple hours tomorrow. If I can't do it, I can't do it. Don't stress
Mm.
about it. I used to get really stressed trying to hit targets all the time, but then I learned is I can't stick to targets.
Mm.
One, I've got ADHD, so it's impossible. And then, so it's pointless trying to hit that target when I can't hit it.
Yeah.
So I either just tell them, look, it's going to be an extra day. I'll come tomorrow. Obviously, it's not. That's why I do a price. I don't do day rates. I just do a
Yes.
price, and I just think, right, I'm going to take me this long. But like I say, I always make it so if it does an extra day, it's an extra day.
Yeah. So when
Like
did you, sorry, Jordan, when did you quit drinking?
11 months ago on Monday.
Wow. So you tell me about how your life has changed since.
Um, well, I've got better energy. I don't feel depressed as much. It makes like I've got a few clients now that are very business minded, and I take them as inspirations.
Mm.
And I always ask them, how do you? And a lot of them are sober,
Mm.
and a lot of them are like, I push myself. I don't go home early. I do this. I do this. Like, yeah, I miss family time, but it's you can't. It's hard to balance that life now where it's family time all this time. Especially like say my wife's got her own business, so it's like, but we make it up on weekends. I don't work weekends.
Yeah.
I just literally Monday to Friday, unless I really need to work over Sunday, I'll work it. But other than that, I tend to don't.
Yeah. So you've more energy. What was, how did your life look before? Like, so you would kind of, obviously alcohol's a depressant, you'd get stressed if the jobs were running late. Alcohol must have had an impact on that. How, from like a year ago, or how different is your life in the sense of what were you doing before? Like sort of on a weekend, having a few beers just to kind of chill out
To
and.
be fair, I actually did cut down a lot. So it was probably like every 2 3 months I'd have a blowout, but I'd go out and have a blowout. So
Mm.
I'd go out and I'd be out for 12:30 and I was drink, and it weren't just drink, it was drugs. I'm not gonna lie. I was sniffing cocaine, and it was like to the point where it would write me off for 3 to 4 days. And
Yeah.
at the time I had 6 lads working for me, so they'll be like Jordan, and I'm like, oh, shutting down, not going to work, being really bad and depressed, hating myself. And I just made that thing in life where I went, I want to progress. This is not making me progress. This is making me lose work because I'm not going out on a Sunday when I told them I was going quoting up. I blame it kids, but I'm rough.
Yeah.
I found myself I was lying more to people because I just couldn't be bothered going out.
Yeah.
But now it's no excuse with me. It's bang, I'm there. I quote it up. Bang, I'm there. I'll do that job. I'm on point. That's how I say it. I'm the sharpest I've ever felt. Honestly, it's mad. It's
And
crazy.
I bet your finances have shown reflected this as well,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. I believe it or not, I was a very, very big, heavy weed smoker as well. Because obviously with ADHD, you have addictions, and when you start like fags, you smoke. When you start vapes, you vape. When you drink, you drink. When you smoke weed, you smoke weed. So I'm 8 week off that as well. To be fair,
So
like
you're very,
I feel
very compulsive, like addictive
yeah.
personality. When did you find out about your ADHD?
I always knew I had something underlining. I
Mm.
always, from growing up, I always knew there was something wrong with me because my brain weren't functioning like my mates were. Because they were like, "What, you think that?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like, I don't think stuff like that. I'm like, "Whoa, what was that?" Then it was making me, "Whoa." I was chasing a drug. Some of my mates weren't. I was heavy drinkers. Some of my mates weren't. And it was like I knew there was something wrong, and I found out fully. Believe it or not, I went to a client's house that specialised in it, and she was like, "God, your ADHD's bad, isn't it?" I went, "What do you mean?" She was like, "You've got ADHD." But with just the minute of just meeting you, I knew from the minute from your texts, meeting you, you had ADHD. I was like, right. At the time, I was on antidepressants. She went, get off them. She went, go to your doctors, tell them you want a referral, this. And that's what I did. And so I did the referral. I think 2 years ago when I got diagnosed with it.
It's
But
so
I don't
interesting.
take the medication. I go to therapy. I go to therapy for it.
Yeah, like Ian on last week, well, a few weeks ago, we recorded it, and he got diagnosed recently.
Yeah,
Um, I think that was, prompted our sort of getting together and having a chat and stuff. And I think once you know it and once you understand it, you can then manage your life better. And um,
that's where my life turned around. When I
mm,
finally knew what it 100% were, I'd be working, listening to podcasts with other people with ADHD, and now, oh my god. So when I was having that incident, that was because of that. It makes you realise it's that. It's not you, it's that. So best thing I ever did was learn more about it, learn my triggers. My biggest triggers were like drink, get frustrated. So I'd go out on a binge. Day after, be all right, and then the other day after, I'd be raghead, shouting at the kids. I'd just be stressed because it was my own fault because I was knackered from the weekend of the drink and the drugs.
yeah,
I was doing it more, I realising that it's not everybody else's fault, it's my fault.
yeah. How when you're like now you know about it, you recognize it, say in a day-to-day life of painting and decorating, how would your ADHD manifest? Kind of, what would, like a typical day, how would it make you kind of stress, or how, do you know what I mean? What if people are
Yeah.
listening and thinking, "Oh, I feel I've maybe got, potentially ADHD." How does it manifest in like painting and decorating?
So what I've learned with it is because you get the brain fog, you get your weeks where you're hyper focused
Yeah.
and you're like bang 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 bang, but then you get your few days where you go boom. I've learned now on them days where you go bang, just take your time.
Mm,
Don't overstress yourself. If you need to take a break, take a break. If it's a weekend, don't go out. Just sit and just chill out.
yeah.
Because more you try and push yourself on your down days, more crap you feel. It's weird.
So you'd feel down, but not know why you were down.
No, because obviously I knew it's it could be over something so simple. It could be a job that I wanted, but I never got it.
Right.
It upset me. It's sad. It's sad that you think like that. Or like you say, your constant worry, but your constant worry is it's like I worry for a reason. I don't worry to make myself poorly because every time I worry, I go hi Jordan, hi Jordan, hi Jordan. It's like the earth knows that I'm worrying to get the contact. It's weird. It's weird this world. I think it is. But like I say, I've learned on your down days, it's just take your time. Don't push yourself as much as you push yourself on your hyper focus days because you're not
Yeah.
going to get the same balance.
Yeah.
And it could be like say over the slightest little thing, honestly. So whatever it is, it's either you sort it, if you can't sort it, just chill out. Just
Yeah. So before, like you said, you would stress about if it's going to take a day later,
yeah,
all that kind of stuff. But now it's just like it is what it is.
yeah.
It runs a day over. We runs a day over.
So like I used to take my older clients' messages wrong, and I go, she's being a bit funny with me, and I sit
Mm.
and stew all night. And I walk in and they go, hi Jordan, you're like, you're alright, yeah, oh, yeah, we love it. I took that message wrong.
Yeah. So your interpretation of stuff is different to other people.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like say every ADHD is different to people. Some
Yeah.
people can't function. Some people can't like control the minds to the point. But I always say it's excuses. A lot of people play on mental health a lot, and it's like if I can do it, anybody can do it. Because like I say, yeah, I understand a lot of people struggle with a lot more different things, and there's different types of ADHD, and it's like, but I always say with people, like I always see my clients when they were kids and they don't understand ADHD, explain to because even sometimes the parents might not have ADHD, but the kids have. So I
Mm.
always go, yeah, but you need to think how they think because they're not thinking how you're thinking.
Yeah.
What do you mean? And I'm like, because their brain, the best way with ADHD is challenge yourself. Yeah, it's weird. More like my kids. This is an example. My kids have got ADHD. If I
Mm.
tell my daughter to put shoes on, she won't listen to me. I'll race you. Bang, she got them on.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
She won't go to bed. I'll race you upstairs. Bang, she's upstairs.
Yeah.
The best way with ADHD, that's why I like now my work, I like, right, challenge yourself to make that look better. So I challenge myself instead of making myself.
Yeah.
It's, it's
It's
so
like
much, because
a
you're low on dopamine. That's what it is. It's the dopamine.
And that's why I guess in the past you would chase dopamine by having drugs and
Yeah,
alcohol
the
to
drugs
try
and
and
the
feel on a
alcohol.
to try and feel on a normal level sort of thing.
Yeah.
But then the
Because that'd be
consequence
one of
is
them where it's like 6 in the morning, everyone's like ready to bed. I'm like, I still want to party.
yeah.
Because they're all feeling crap, but my ADHD is like more. It was, like you say, the last time I did it, it was a really messy night, and I actually got alcohol poison from it
Wow.
because I never drank for about 4 months, and I went out, lost my head, went out, absolutely binged, did a horrible binge all night, and I literally went, that is it. I am never touching this again, and I've never touched it since.
Wow. That's
It's
amazing,
hard.
Jordan. Like that's why I love speaking to people and for people like yourself to come on and talk about it because I know someone listening will resonate with it and it will help other
Yeah,
people. And like you say, it's just about facing it and you know looking
yeah,
for that diagnosis and it's about understanding how you work as an individual, isn't it?
yeah. It's like I always say to people. I did. Someone put this post on the other day on something, and I replied to it and said, "Stop relying on people. Stop relying on the NHS to make you better. Stop relying on." And then people go, "No, that's not good advice." When that's probably the best advice he probably needs. I said, "Because as a bloke, you don't need that. Oh, what's the matter with you? You don't need that. As a bloke, you need the. You've got this, lad. You can sort it. Stop thinking of it. The more you think you're poorly, more worse you get."
Mm,
That's why before I used to get going, I've got ADHD, got ADHD. Now I don't say I've got ADHD. I just
no.
crack on with it. More
Yeah.
you say you've got it, more you see your traits, and more you convince your mind. It's mad.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you manifest is the wrong word, but whatever you look for on a regular basis, you find it, don't you? So it's like
Yeah,
you say, if you keep repeating that to yourself, you're going to find it in every hour of your life, aren't you? A reason why you're
yeah.
behaving or feeling.
It's like my wife when she wakes up in the morning. She looks at the mirror and she goes, "I'm like, stop doing that. More
Yeah,
you keep going, more you're gonna keep looking at yourself."
yeah,
The best advice I ever got told is to convince your mind. Wake up in the morning, start a new day as a new day. Tomorrow, yesterday is dead. You can't bring it back.
yeah,
So whatever happened yesterday, don't drag it into your new day because today is a newborn day. And I was like, wow, you're right. And you can't bring the past back, but you
yeah,
can make your future.
yeah,
So I try and wake up with a positive mind in the morning. What stressed me out yesterday doesn't matter. I'll go today and I'll sort it. It's
that's like being grateful and writing down what you're grateful for, like a gratitude
Yeah,
journal. It's like, it's a bit, people could be like, oh, it's a bit woo woo, but it's not because you're actively looking for good stuff. And if you keep doing that on a daily basis, you look for more good stuff rather than bad stuff, you know?
yeah,
If your brain looks for what it's on its mind most of the time. So, like I go in fits and starts. I do like a gratitude journal and then I stop doing it. And my wife's good at that sort of stuff. But since
yeah,
she started doing it and even just lying in bed at night, what you're grateful for your day that's gone,
yeah,
suddenly your brain starts looking for all the good stuff, and then if you do that on a regular basis, it becomes natural.
yeah. Of course it does. Like I say, soon as I started, like I say, when I see clients who've got like, wow, that is nice, and I look, they look at you going, oh, like, oh, I'm like, honestly, you've worked very hard. Like, fair play to you. Take me out off to you, and like that gets me more work because people honestly go with Jordan. Like, he's really dead down to earth.
Yeah.
I don't believe in being jealous. This world's full of jealousy, and it's like, get over it.
Mm.
If you earn it, spend it. If you can make it, you can spend it. You want that, go and buy it. When
Yeah.
people go, oh, I think it, do it. Go and do it. You're here once. Go and jump off that plane. Go and do what you want to do. There's too many people sitting keyboard warriors all the time. That's why I pulled myself from social media a little bit. I've
Mm,
literally got Facebook. That is it. I don't
yeah,
have TikTok, Instagram. I don't want it because it's too much negativity, and it brings you down.
yeah.
It's just
I think all the algorithms are designed to bring you down anyway, aren't they?
yeah. Like I say, what I do if I struggle for work that bad and I can't get on heavy decorators, I do an advertise on Facebook, and bang, hi Jordan, can you come and or I ring one of the clients, go, do you want, oh yeah, come and do this job. I always chase it. I find chasing work. I put all my negative energy over these past few years into my business. And like January, I only had 4 days off the whole month. That's how busy I were. I've never been that busy in January. And then this month, last month was very busy. This month's busy. And then we only got next month, and then the externals start. And it's like, we've got big externals coming in. It's like, just keep going, and then I always do overtime. I do a lot, but it made me the person I am today.
Yeah, but I think, like you say, you're clean now. You've got tons of energy. If you're looking at jobs even and getting back quoting quickly, super quick, I guarantee if three or four people look at a job and you go there, quote straight away, or that evening or next day, you'll beat all the other decorators. Because I'd be
Yeah,
guilty of it in the past as well. I'll be busy and so I'd have a beer or whatever, and I'm like, oh fuck, I ain't done that quote. It's like it's 5 days now, 6 days, and that's it. Your time
yeah.
is gone. Whereas if you're focused, if you're on it and you're quoting and you're efficient, you're gonna be busy all the time.
That's why, like, say now I type everything they need that I do, what I use, what paint I use, everything. Yeah, it probably takes you an hour to type it up,
Mm.
but it makes you look more professional. It makes
Yeah,
you like he's explaining me exactly how he's going to do his job.
yeah,
And I always
definitely.
put the end now, honestly, I always put there's people cheaper than me, there's people more expensive than me. But with me, what you get, like, honestly, every time in my quote now, and all I get is like, hi, Jordan, can you book us in? Hi, Jordan, can you book us in? Like, can't wait to get the work done, blah, blah, blah. I just feel like you're like a salesperson, aren't you? You got to sell
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah,
You, and like I say, I've got the gift at gab.
yeah.
I don't tell them
You
what I
know
want to
what?
hear. I tell them what they need to do. It's,
I like your honesty. Like you're transparent. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
If you come to quote my house, I'd know what I'm getting with you exactly. You wouldn't hide behind a kind of quote and do you know what I mean? You seem
just
so honest,
well,
and I think that's why
I
you're
priced
busy.
the room up the front room up yesterday, and like it's probably the most I've ever priced up for a front room. I'm not gonna lie. Sent it, and the woman went, book me in Jordan. She was like, what did she say? Oh, what did she say now? She went, there's just something about you that I really like, and I
Yeah,
was just like. Well, you'll see. You'll see that when I come and do your work. I call people flower. I can't. Very polite. A very
yeah,
it's just anybody walks down the street, go, "You're all right." It's just I always believe in just being positive to somebody gets you a long way. Very
yeah,
positive. And it's I met a woman the other, other week, and this is probably one of the richest clients I've got. Proper dead down to earth, like she said. You remind me of me. You remember your roots. You remember
yeah,
you're from a council house. You remember that you were scrimping and scraping when you were a kid. She's like, I do. And honestly, she's got 7 businesses. She's a millionaire,
yeah,
but she remembers where she comes from.
yeah,
And that's why I really get on with some of my clients. And they're going, you're right. When I see them in the street, Jordan, like the kids even run up and say hi to me. It's like, it's
yeah,
nice. I like that kind of positivity in my life. It's,
yeah.
I don't believe in negativity.
It's a shame you're not on socials more because you come across so well. You could
Me
create some
therapist says I'd be a very good counsellor.
good well, yeah, something maybe a future career.
I've always like saying people always keep saying, George, you need to do all your videos properly and that your work's mint, and I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, because while I'm doing that job, I'm doing another job. I'll leave a full-time cameraman following me around my
No,
jobs that I do.
yeah,
It's, but I prefer to make people happy than pushing me work on social media. Like I've set up a commercial site now, so we've got a commercial site going. Like I do want to do because I walked into a place in Birmingham Shopping Centre, and I was like, wow, all these multicolours, and you can see the roller marks. I'm like, that's all been painted by hand.
Mm.
Wow. And I just went, that's what I want. And like the kids I drive, they go, Daddy, can you remember you painted that? Well, yeah, I painted that, mate. I want to be a really good role model for my kids. I want my kids to go, if he did it, we can do it. And I want them in 50 years' time go, oh, how long have you been going, lads? Oh, my dad set this up in 2018.
Yeah.
And then I want people, if they're my old clients, go, your dad, wow. I always want to be remembered. I'm trying to leave my mark for my kids. I want to
Yeah.
make them proud. I want to make, because honestly, if someone said to me 10 years ago, Jordan, you're going to have a business, you're going to do really well, you I'd have gone, Keel, get over now, because I was a bit of a wreckhead.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, I was out of control, I wouldn't hurt any people's feelings, but I wasn't there. My ADHD took over a bit more because I didn't know what it were. But
Yeah.
like I said, as soon as I found out what it truly was, when that woman said to me, I went, wow, I thought it was something else from now. And that was it. From that moment, I changed my life. I changed my life mentally, tried to think differently, learned other people's, how they manifest about it and how they control the situations I've been in. And I'm like, wow, this is mad. You can control it. You just have
Mm.
to want to control it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I still have me really hyper days and me days where I'm like, whoa.
Is
But,
there anyone you've listened to or podcast or
what
whatever?
they called?
I bet.
Nah.
I tell you what,
Oh.
if you can't remember, message me.
Adult ADHDs, they're called. I'm sure they're called ADHD adults or adult. I'll have to have a look. Let me double check. But there's
Yeah.
a man and they're in a relationship. She's got autism and ADHD, so it's like ADHD. He's ADHD, and the friend's ADHD. And honestly, their banter is absolutely amazing.
Was that a
Like they
podcast?
just, yeah, honestly, they are amazing. They make you laugh. The
Yeah.
banter is amazing, and they go through all the topics about. I look honestly, that is probably the best podcast I ever come across
Yeah.
because they
Well,
tell you
I
all the
can.
different situations about so like hyper focused. That they go through all the categories about ADHD,
Yeah, that's good.
and they make a bit of a laugh out of it. And honestly, they're amazing, absolutely
I'll,
amazing.
I'll put it in our show notes so anyone
Yeah,
listening can listen to it as well, because I think that'd be really helpful.
yeah, because like I say, ADHD is very common now, like
Yes.
massively. It's very, very common. You know, you say you can pass it through genetics, or now it's through medication when you're pregnant, and all the foods that people are eating.
Yeah.
Like, I eat healthier now. I'm not being posh, but try and be more organic instead of banging all the Aldi food inside of me, the cheap stuff. I'm not being posh, or I'm trying to control myself with my health.
Yeah.
Because better you eat, better your body is. It is
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Do you do anything outside of decorating to keep you do you like gym or anything like that, or golf?
Do you know what? So, in a minute, I've got my garden to do. As soon as my garden's done, I'm building a gym because I've got 3 young kids. So I've got my
No
youngest is
time.
3. My wife's an hairdresser, so she's got her own business. Gym life, I really struggle with because of the
Mm.
kids.
Yeah.
But I am building the gym because I do want to get back into it. Mine's gaming. I like a bit of gaming when kids are in bed. Just
Yeah.
go on there, do a bit of gaming with my dad, believe it or not, and then we have a bit of a laugh, go to bed, wake up the next day's a new day.
There's nothing wrong in gaming. I don't believe there's anything wrong in it at all, just to have a bit
No.
of fun out. You
Yeah,
need
like me
it.
and my dad, my dad's really slow on it, but we just have a very banter on it. We just have a laugh. And then just, yeah, it's quite good. I go on like just normal campaign games and just sit and just play on myself. But not every night, because sometimes I'll just chill and do my quotes or chill with wine.
Yeah. Brilliant. I'm conscious you're on your break and I don't want to keep you forever. I always ask decorators what they enjoy using at the moment. So with paint and brushes and rollers and stuff like that. So what's your go-to at the moment, or you just use multiple different brands and stuff?
So my to go is mostly heritage. Dulux
Yeah,
Heritage
I
for
love
the
it. Yeah,
walls,
yeah.
Ultra Matte for ceilings, Arrow-worthy brushes. It's got to be the good brushes. Don't get me wrong, I do like Paint Warriors.
Mm.
They are good brushes. I'm not, like people slag his. The good brushes, simple. Even if they're a bit expensive, still good brushes.
It's only Joe,
Um,
isn't it?
yeah, exactly. I've met him. I think he's a really nice bloke. Really nice bloke. Uh, Woodwork. My to go is Aquaguard. I'm not gonna lie. I've never tried Scuffex though. I've never tried it, so I can't comment on it. But I don't like paint being delivered. Like I like to just go boom, grab it. So
Who's
I
your
always
local?
Aquaguard.
Who's your local shop?
Dulux. I do use a lot of Dulux because the only reason why I use them because it's more the staff. You know, if I want something and I'm like, bang, they'll drop it off for me. If I walk in and think, oh, they've got, oh, Jordan, no, get that one, right? She went, honestly, that's a lot better. All right, fair enough.
That's good.
Bang, like they're like, and you collect nectar points, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. So that's Dulux in what area is that? Sorry, in
Chesterfield.
there in Chesterfield. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I've literally got a local Dulux, so it's not too bad.
yeah. That's good.
And don't get me wrong, I use Crown, but it's only when I really need them. Johnson's is literally just Aquaguard. That's it.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, Jordan, I'm going to let you get back to your job. So your customer will be like, "Where the hell are you?" But no, I really appreciate you reaching out to come on because I honestly believe chats like this really will help people. And
Yeah,
I'm
hundred
so
percent, hundred
I'm
percent.
I'm so pleased at where you are now in your life. You know, I just think it's fantastic. You can tell,
Yeah,
the energy you've got is unbelievable. You know, your work's thriving, which is amazing. Um, yeah, I'm just so pleased for you.
I couldn't have done it without being sober, honestly. And
Yeah,
that's why I keep saying to people, like I say, you can't sell somebody to stop. You can't
no,
tell them. You can only advise them. You can only show them what's the change in my life. You say you can't really say to somebody, you need to stop.
mm,
It's if you want to stop. And like I said, a lot of my clients now, a lot of them are sober, and I've seen their lives how they've changed by being sober. I'm like, I want that life.
yeah,
So, and that's why I chase that life now instead of I don't chase my head anymore. I chase my dreams. That's what I always say.
yeah. Well, I'm sure you're gonna reach your dreams, Jordan, because you've got the
Yeah.
energy and the clarity to do it now.
And like I say to people when they with ADHD as well, like I say, set a goal. But if it takes you 2 year, 5 year, 6 year, how many years it takes you
Mm.
doesn't matter. One day you will reach that goal. Just take your time, slow and steady with the race.
And that's almost like your new dopamine, isn't it? Setting goals and targets.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, like say challenge myself. That's the best thing to do.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to press stop. I'll say a quick goodbye after I press stop, but
No worries,
appreciate it,
mate.
mate. Yeah.
No, you're alright.
Yeah. Look after yourself.
You too, my mate.
Take care. Bye.
Bye 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 bye.